Alright, y'all. This stuff is for real. 8 eggs. And we got down to 13 degrees last night. And I even found another duck egg. Yes, our ducks have been laying too. Makes me wonder if they're going to have any eggs to lay this spring. So thankful after having temperature of 13 degrees. I know, 13 degrees doesn't sound cold to some of you guys up north, but for us, that's pretty dang cold. When we say we're looking forward to colder weather, we're usually talking about maybe 40 or 50 at night, not in the teens, but anyway. So my frugal tip is if you leave your water hose stretched out and your pipe where your spigot is covered really good, 9 times out of 10, the sun of the day will heat it up, even though it's still only 30 degrees out here right now. The sun has came out, so it started heating up the water hose. And just this water hose, the other one that we have going to the other animals, is probably still frozen. But this one generally doesn't freeze. So, just a frugal tip. Let the solar power defrost your water hose. So every morning during the freeze, our Arctic blast, we come out here with a pitchfork and break the ice. So there, one day we could not turn on the water hose because it did not warm up enough. But today, even though it was really, really cold for us, we're down to 13 degrees. It is midday, I guess, and the sun is out, so it defrosted this one. So them having to just peck around the ice, or me breaking the ice on top yesterday and not having the freshest water, still worked. Everybody still made it through the cold, cold weather. And as you could see in the beginning of the video, they are still laying eggs. Someone told me in a comment, well, it must still be pretty hot there. No, whenever I was getting the eggs and sharing them, I was totally amazed and shocked because it was getting down to like 20 degrees, between 20 and 30 degrees, and still every day we still had eggs. And not only that, we had a couple of ducks sitting on eggs. One of the clutches of eggs, of course, was not fertile, but she still faithfully sat on those eggs until she figured it out that they were not going to hatch. And then some of the other Muscovy ducks, we've been finding a couple of eggs here and there. So I don't really know what's going on with all these crazy animals. They're still laying. Usually they have already stopped laying by now. So I have just been amazed that they are still laying like they are. It's really quite surprising, even to me, having animals most of my life. They always stop laying in the wintertime, but not this year. They have been laying and laying and laying. So it does make me wonder, are they going to have any more eggs to lay for spring? I don't know. Guess we're going to have to wait and see. But even if they don't, I do have a couple of 5-gallon barrels, buckets, not barrels, buckets full of eggs that I've already put away and lined. So if they do decide they want to quit laying come spring, we'll still have a backup plan. But I'm not sure if we'll need them the way it's going right now, but either way, we're still prepared. And I just had another thought that came to mind about another thing that I do that's very frugal that I don't really think about is when you see me with my animals, they have multiple different sources of water. And the reason for that is these type of waterers for chickens and ducks, small animals, tend to freeze, and if you mess with them, you will cause your little system to crack with the freezing temperatures. So I always have another source of water, and then I come in here with the water hose and just kind of wet it down a little bit and puts water in the tray. Even though it is really pretty solid, you probably can't see the ice. Let's see. No, you probably can't see the ice, but it's frozen. And that's why I always just wet it down when I come and break the ice outside, which is why they have several other sources. They have their little watering pails everywhere, so that if that one was to break or crack or freeze, I don't mess with it whenever it's freezing temperatures, because it is plastic and it will crack. I don't care that it says it can go down below freezing. I've experienced it and it still will crack. So I always make sure I have more than one container, one waterer per animal pen, yard, cage, whatever. So if one does crack and break, then they still can get to water. And maybe that's another reason why my animals continue to lay eggs really good, is because I try to make sure their water is always kept really fresh. So all of these over here on this side, the water hose that comes this way has a couple of spots that it is still frozen. So they still have water, and I've already broke the water. They tend to drink out this first little bucket right here, but you can see there's water in all of them, and even in the bathtub. And I'll just come out here and break the ice so they can come get them a drink whenever they want to come get a little drink of water. So probably by the end of the day, or before sun goes down, I'll probably be able to come out here and run them some more water. All their water was changed before the storm, so with the cold temperatures, it stayed pretty clean. So it's not really a problem. They can make it a couple of days off of just drinking the ice off the top. But I like to come out here every day and crack it. And they are very thankful because they come running straight up and come and give them a little sip of water. Miss Maple thinks I'm fixing to break it again, so she's just kind of nibbling off the top of the water right there. Guess y'all can see her. I can't see. The sun's in my eye right now. So she'll come over here and check it out and get a little bit off the top. But I'll break it again before I go in to make sure that everybody at least gets a good drink of water. So, but that's about it. Everybody survived the cold weather. Everybody did good. We didn't have any major issues here. Thank goodness. We actually were prepared for the worst and prayed for the best. And this time we did not lose power, which was a blessing, because that can always cause all kind of other problems with your well and your pipes bursting and stuff like that. But the Lord has watched out for us and blessed us and kept us all safe and all the animals safe. So even though we have some more cold weather coming our way, we always try to do the best we can to be prepared and get through it. And we always know the storms are going to come, but they also pass too, and then you kind of just forget about it. So I hope everyone else is doing good, finding ways to take care of your animals, making sure you're getting them some water. It's very important. Even though we like to feed them extra grain and hay, mostly hay when it's freezing cold, they still have to have water. So that's all for today. I just want to give a quick little update on everybody since we had this Arctic blast blow through Louisiana. Here on our homestead, everything's gone quite well. So farewell, Homestead family, friends, and neighbors from the Cozy Cottage Homestead.